Al B. Sure is known as the ambassador of New Jack Swing and R&B. He toured the world and won lots of awards, but in the blink of an eye, it was almost all taken away. When he got sick, he fell into a coma. Now, for the first time in an exclusive interview with Crystal Young, he's talking about his health, his career, his legacy. Crystal, what was it like?
Wow. He was so authentic, so genuine. Whether you remember him from the late 80s, early 90s, or from now, he is a singer and has always been known as a humble, nice guy. Well, he had a catastrophic medical emergency, but he is back. He is recovering. He's getting stronger, and he's also talking to me. So please take a look.
He credits his mom for instilling in him not only a love of music, but also a strong work ethic.
Imagine telling a single mother 3 forms of public transportation, yeah, I'm making an album, I'm making some music. Okay, make sure you're in the house at this time before the street light, what have you, so on and so forth. No, I'm in the basement making music. And she's like, okay, fantastic. So I spent many nights locked out. So it's the discipline factor of, you know, being on time, following through.
It was his mother who took him to his first concert, the King of Pop, at Madison Square Garden.
She said when Michael came out on stage, I stood there. Oh. And tears just started, and I froze. She said I couldn't move. She would try to shake me, and I was like,
wow, wow, wow.
It's Michael. As
a kid, Al mimicked entertainers he admired, like the legendary Tom Jones.
I used to religiously watch Tom Jones and try to mimic. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
He became close friends with David Bowie, who he says taught him how to ski, and Michael Jackson, who called him the heir apparent. He was at the height of his game.
Just imagine, you know, people putting you on a pedestal. Who's the easiest person to shoot at? The highest point. Clear target. So in every aspect of it, I'm just glad that there was no Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram during the Eddie Heartbreak tour. And imagine Suge Knight was the head of my security, and me and Bobby Brown and Mike Tyson are running around everywhere and having a great time and enjoying life.
That sounds like a group right there.
Oh, I'm trying
Bobby Brown and Mike Tyson. All right, that sounds like you could get into some trouble, capital T.
No, this is good trouble. This
good trouble.
No, but you know what it was?
Kind.
But
okay.
It was, you know, because it was a brotherhood.
But eventually, with success came excess, and Al began to gain weight.
As time progresses, your life changes, your lifestyle changes. More steak dinners, you know, more late nights in the studio.
With all the trimmings.
After a while, the lifestyle changes, and the metabolism does as well.
It was one of his mentors, Quincy Jones, who inspired him to lose the weight.
He cares, you know. He was really says, "Hey, man, I need you to live, man. You got stuff to do."
Right.
You have things to accomplish and things to do, but we need you around to do them. So, you know, get your act together.
He got bariatric surgery, began to look and feel better, then earlier this year had a medical emergency when he was rushed to the hospital after collapsing while working on new music. He called one of his closest friends for help.
Eddie F is standing above me. I'm in a wheelchair, and he's talking to security. He had me hidden in the corner, and I'm in an emergency room. And then I remember him embracing me, putting me in his Escalade or whatever, and moving me. And I just remember, those are the vague things that I remember, and wind up being in a hospital somewhere. This is in July 2022, and then it was October.
In a coma for 2 months, Al was close to death.
I was intubated. I was on a ventilator, had a tracheotomy. I mean, there was so many things going on to the point where they were considering sending me to hospice. And what people don't truly understand unless you've been through this type of medical journey is taking for granted breathing, tying your shoes, speaking.
As details of his health crisis began to surface, he received calls and letters from all over the world.
Keep your spirit right. Know that we're praying for you. We love you. And everything is in God's hand.
And all of my amazing, you know, industry colleagues and friends, and you know, everybody from, you know, Snoop and Halle Berry, and just, you know, everybody's been reaching out to send love, prayers.
One of the most memorable, his recent letter from Vice President Kamala Harris.
Receiving this beautiful piece of mail from the White House.
Nice.
From the Vice President.
Nice. Wait, so it was from Kamala?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Saying what? I heard you're back?
Yeah, he's back.
It tells the story of racism like you've never seen on screen before. How Al Sharpton rose.
Al has slowed down, but still making great strides. He recently narrated the national radio commercial spots for Reverend Al Sharpton's documentary, Loudmouth. Although he's on the road to recovery, his body bears the scars of his medical trauma.
I have what's called a chevron, and that's when they cut your chest open, which is probably the first time I'm actually talking about it. I'm the recipient of an amazing, blessed new liver.
The liver is a workhorse in your body.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And, you know, and I'm going to treat it well.
As Al looks forward, he's writing a book about his life.
The working title's been From Mount Vernon to the Moon and Back.
I like it.
And yes, new music.
It's going to be an adult formula, obviously, and chock full of telling the story with a New Jack sexy type of groove to it.
Al's legacy is about music and family. He's super close to his 3 sons.
And if I can influence or help or inspire someone else, I did my job. And if my sons and my grandson smiling and say, hey, that's my pop-pops, you know, then I'm okay. I think I did my job, you know, just as long as I make them proud.
Al B. Shore is a survivor, his life characterized by high highs and low lows. He's faced extreme challenges, stared down death, and he's still here to tell his own story.
We all know in life that health is real wealth. I think you would agree with that at this point. You
Absolutely,
know,
Crystal.
if you are healthy, if you are feeling good, you are 98% there. Just continued success in all you do.
And just in case you were wondering, the moves, he's still got them.
This is the bow. Outside of that?
Wait. I might can do that because that just seems like it's a lot of shoulders.
That's it, a lot of shoulders, and it's good for me to stretch at this age.
You got a good heart, and that comes through, so you're
Thank
good.
you so
All
much.
right.
Part
truly
two.
appreciate it. Part 2.
All right.
Let's update our software.
Okay. I love that. Updated software. Bing. Let's hit the button.
Thank
you, love.
Thank you, dear.
You're
Appreciate you.
welcome.
Blessings.
Well, Al B. Shore talked a lot about being hospitalized and how important it is to have an advocate. And I think if you've ever had a close relative in the hospital, you know that you have to have someone that's fighting for you, that's talking to doctors. He said a really good friend of his, when they were going to put in the tracheotomy and they literally cut your neck open, said, wait a minute, this guy, his moneymaker, is his voice.
Wow.
Please be careful. Please watch where you cut and what you do. And the hospital was very careful. The voice is fully coming back.
Oh, thank goodness.
And he just sounds amazing, and he's just humble and easy and friendly. And I really, really wanted to hug him hard. And I was like, okay, wait, no, he's still recovering. Don't like, careful on the hugs. But he's a good guy. He has a big social media following. It's official Al B. Shore. And he's got new music, and it's going to drop next year.
Oh, can't wait. And
2023.
I'm happy that he's on the mend.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a long time sick, but he's coming back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.